Good evening and welcome to Alumni Field here at the University of Windsor, the site of the WECSSAA Senior Boys AAA Championship game. The Holy Names Knights doing battle with the Herman Green Griffins. Hello everybody, my name is Dominic Papa. Joining me on the broadcast, the head coach of the University of Windsor Lancers, and we're thrilled to have him on board with us here tonight. Head coach Joe Demore will take care of our color commentator duties, and Coach Demore, it doesn't get any better. We've got the two best teams at the high school level playing here tonight. This is what you want for a championship game. The weather isn't cooperating that much, but still I think we're going to see two outstanding performances here tonight.
Oh, for sure, Dom. I think, people have been waiting 365 days from last championship last year. Holy Names with the big upset after, 10 years of winning with Herman. But, Herman got the best of them during the regular season, so I think people are excited to see the rematch here. Should be a great crowd. This has become one of the best rivalries in Ontario as far as high school football is concerned. You're going to see a lot of talent on the football field today, a lot of skill, well-coached teams, and I hope it stays clean as far as penalties and turnovers are concerned, and we should have a really good game.
One thing about this year, Coach, last year everybody felt it was Holy Names' year. They just were on such a roll, came into the championship game, finished the job. Everybody kind of looked at Holy Names. I guess you can call it an upset. It really wasn't. But this year, it's hard to pick one team with these two teams. They're so close.
No, for sure. And I think, last year, Herman's been the hunted for a long, long time. And Holy Names kind of came in here. We're the hunters, and they won a championship. Now it's kind of reversed. Holy Name has taken that, role. They have the target on their back all year. And, Herman, like I said, got the best of them in the regular season. Both these teams haven't played a lot of competitive games all year, except the one against each other. So that's going to be a big factor.
Which Herman won this year.
Yes, and that's going to be a big factor because you come into these games, you're not used to close games. Holy Names hasn't, some of their starters haven't played a full game. Maybe one, the Herman game. Other than that, they've played halves and things like that. And you're going to get into a 48-minute competitive game. Can you handle it? Can you have the, conditioning to get through the 48 minutes? Like you said, though it's wet and it's a little slippery, there's no wind. Both these teams should throw the football, and we should be okay.
I got down to the field earlier on here, Coach Demore, and I can tell you the traction wasn't bad, actually. You know this field very well, obviously. It was, I was talking to some of the coaches. They were fine with it, too. They don't feel that the field will be that much of a factor. Now, if it starts raining and there's a little bit of a drizzle in the air right now, that could make the football hard to catch, a little bit slick. They'll wipe down the balls as much as possible, but just the same, it'll make it tough that way. But I don't think the field's going to be a factor here.
No, and in the first game, it was pretty clean. Didn't see a lot of slipping and sliding, and the field looks a little better conditioned than it was a couple hours ago. So here's the kickoff, and we'll see what happens.
Here we go. Holy Names and Herman, the AAA championship on the line, and right away a little bit of a tough time to pick that ball up, but it is fielded there by Dash Long, number 33 of the, Wes Simpson, number 33 of the Herman Green Griffins. And good downfield coverage there by the Knights.
Yeah, number 5, Matt Williams, one of the top players out of Holy Names, goes in there and keeps us contained on the kickoff team and makes the tackle and forcing Herman to start off on their own 10 and a long field.
Yeah, it looks like the Griffins will start just right at about their 10-yard line, so not the greatest of field positions to start off this game, this championship game. The quarterback, the big, tall, lanky guy right there, number 8, Cody Briggs.
Yeah, Cody didn't start the whole season. He came in last week and started the game, and we'll see how he does. He's athletic. He's got a pretty good arm, and we'll see if they'll put the ball in the air and trust him to make some plays to win this football game.
Right away, the Knights defense comes up stingy. First play of the game.
Yeah, Michael Herzog. We're gonna repeat his name quite a bit today, along with some other guys on the Holy Names field. Despite having good numbers, they play a lot of guys both ways. Some of their best skill guys. So we're gonna be repeating a lot of names here throughout the night.
2nd and 9, we'll call it. This is number 32, Christian Mooring, and he's taken down.
Looks like he might be, inches short or just enough for first down. Kind of tough to see with the snow. But this is just an outside zone read. Gets a great block by the receiver and downfield, and great tackle by Matt Williams to kind of hold him.
That was an outstanding tackle by Williams, and the Griffins come up short. The punt unit comes in for longtime head coach Harry Lumley. What a storied career he's had.
Absolutely. And the one thing about Harry, and even after 30 years of coaching, he is pretty conservative. He'll do, what's right. Like here in a situation, 3rd and inches, high school football, you think you're going to get the first down pretty simply, but he punts it. He's in his own end. He doesn't want to take any chances. So good stop by Holy Names.
Hard to question Coach Lumley. He's won.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, and he understands the game. I think he's one of those guys that's 48 minutes long, and he's going to use all 48 minutes of the clock till the very end.
I think that was Boris Wright fielding that punt for the Knights, and the Knights will have good field position to start their first offensive series. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at about the Herman 51-yard line, so good field position for Holy Names with their first offensive series. Just at the 10-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. Glad to have you along for the ride here tonight on WeTV. The WECSSAA AAA Senior Boys Football Championship.
I think you'll see Holy Names establish Michael Herzog right off the bat. A physical runner, one of the best tailbacks in the city.
Maybe the province at the high school level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach. Herzog did indeed take that handoff. And he picked up,
about 6, 4?
4 or 5 anyways. They're going to call it actually 4, so we'll say 2nd and 6. We'll go along with them. Holy Names trying to extend their drive here. Jake Hayden is the quarterback for the Knights. He pitches to Herzog. He goes right. There's a flag on the play, but Herzog is, I think, short of the yards needed.
Yeah, we're going to get a hold here. Flag. Yeah, we're going to get a hold. Anytime there's a pitch on the edge and you get a flag, 90% of the time it's a hold, and I think Herman's going to take that back.
Referee is Todd Whited, longtime official. Again, one of those great guys that does a lot for the sports community.
Yeah, I know he's official as well, so I've worked with him plenty of times, and yeah, great guy. He's gonna let the kids play, but at the same time, he's gonna make sure that the game stays under control and it doesn't get out of hand. This is going to be a big factor in the game, penalties. Canadian football, if you're taking a penalty on 2nd down, you get pushed to 2nd and 15, 2nd, 16. Not a lot of plays in the playbook, so it's going to be a big difference.
Penalties marked off, 2nd and 16 yards now for Holy Names as they will scrimmage from their own 53. Flag on the play. Pass is intended. It looked like it was in the area of number 4, Theo Johnson, the big fella right there.
Yeah, Theo, one of the top athletes, has, over a dozen offers from, big-time Division I schools in the U.S., and they're going to try to get him isolated on the outside, almost 6'7". Going to try to get him up there. Herman offside makes a mistake there, and instead of Holy Names punting, they're going to get another shot at this on 2nd down.
Yep.
Yeah, got offside. White.
2nd down and 12.
Repeat 2.
There's a call from referee Whited. 2nd down and 11 now for the Knights as the 5 yards are marked off. 8:45 and counting down here in the first quarter. Hayden's flushed out of the pocket, gets the pass off. He finds Theo Johnson, number 4. Going to be short of the first down yardage needed here.
And Taj Holmes, great coverage, and that's asking a lot of Taj Holmes out there and on the field with a guy the size of Theo Johnson, but comes up, makes a clean tackle, and now it's forced Holy Names to make a decision, even though we got a penalty here, I think, again.
Yeah, we had another flag on the far side.
It's going to be one of those games, Don, we can't see the flags half the time.
Maybe. Thank God we have Todd mic'd up.
Holding. 33. Repeat 2.
So despite being a 3rd and short, they're gonna take the penalty and push it back, and we're gonna look at 2nd and 22 now.
back and forth, back and forth. A little bit of a sloppy start here.
Yeah, and it's a feel-out purpose and
Could
stuff
be
like
nerves,
that, like you said. But
nerves.
we've already had 5 penalties in the first 5 minutes of the game and 6 minutes, and that's going to hurt Holy Names if they
sure.
can't protect and they're going to get holding penalties constantly. They're not going to be able to move the football.
Yeah, they've got to. Both these teams really cannot give anything to each other. You're just asking for trouble. So it's a 2nd and 21 now, or 22 to be exact. Oh, here's another flag. That play doesn't even come off.
Yeah,
sloppy right now.
Yeah, that's going to be on. Looks like Herman. I think Holy Names try to go on 2 unless they got an old lineman moving early here, but looks like Herman jumped.
Offside. White. Repeat 2.
Just up and back and forth, up and down. Try this again here.
Boy, this is like a ping pong match.
Yeah, 2nd and 20, 2nd and 15, back and forth.
Oh boy. Hayden straight drop back. He's being pressured. Gets the pass off. That's behind the intended receiver, who was Nick Brekovich.
Yeah, Nick Brekovich, a very talented, sure-hand receiver. Not as athletic or fast foot as some of the other guys on the field, but very reliable. But Hayden just missed him rolling out, got a little bit of pressure, and was unable to hit him and had to throw it over his head.
3rd down situation, obviously a punt situation for the Knights.
This is going to be a big factor. They got 2 outstanding returners back there. Herman always does. Historically, that's really what wins football games for them.
Looks like number 21, Ty Kalquin. And he's going to field this punt at about his 15-yard line. He goes right, picks up a couple of blocks, and he's taken down nicely at the 25-yard line.
You could tell he's an explosive kid, and we're going to have to keep an eye on him returning kicks throughout the game.
There was another, I believe, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name properly, Calquin or Calhoun.
Calhoun, that's cool.
Calhoun.
I think related to RJ.
Calhoun, yeah, who played over at Michigan State.
Yeah, relation, playing in the
And
NFL for a short time. Now he's with the Edmonton Eskimos.
Yeah, he's now in the CFL. Exactly. Very good athlete.
See what Herman could do on their 2nd drive here, going 2 and out to start.
They're scrimmaging at their own 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We're still scoreless. The championship final, we got a flag on the play. That ball carried that time by John Cartier.
Yeah, we're going to get another hold, it looks like here, with number 67. Getting out to the next level.
Herzog there on the tackle. Does Herzog come off the field?
No. And like I mentioned before, there's probably 7 guys on the Holy Names team that won't come off the field. Theo Johnson, Christian Fecto, Devin Varasek, Matt Williams, those guys like that.
Is there a call by referee Todd Whitehead?
That's going to hurt. Too many men, and then they got a chop block. So
Coach McIntyre is asking for an explanation. Robbie McIntyre's turned out to be an outstanding head coach himself.
Oh, Rob and I played together at the university here for 1 year, and Rob's just done an outstanding job.
2 fouls on the play. We have delayed knee block, White. That is declined. Oh, I'm sorry. We have too many men, White. That is declined. Unnecessary roughness, delayed knee block. That is accepted. It's going to be 2nd down. Here we go.
There we go. We got the calls now.
So again, Dom, just like Holy Names, now we're looking at a 2nd and 20 for Herman, and it's going to be tough sledding for both teams if they're going to be 2nd and 20 majority of the game here. One thing right now, Herman, if you look at them, they've been a traditional 3-back team.
Yeah.
And
now Coach Lumley wants to talk about it. He's not.
he's probably, the big question for him is probably that it's second down. He probably thought that with the penalty it should still be first down, but I believe the chop block is a personal foul, and it's added after the play.
You can see everybody's bundled up pretty good. It's a very cool, damp, wintry kind of night here in Windsor. Some people think it's great football weather. I don't know.
I'm not one of those guys, no.
no.
I prefer 75 and sunny with no wind.
I get you, Coach. I get you. I don't blame you. I kind of like it like this. I mean, I wish the sleet would stop, but no, the cool weather. You think of the frozen tundra in Green Bay, or something like that. Kind of neat stuff. But oh my,
wow.
What a hit!
Outstanding play by number 32, Christian. Oh, sorry, wrong.
Caden Burdick.
Caden Burdick just came flying in right where the handoff is.
Wow.
Great job by Cartier to maintain that ball and not lose it, but outstanding pressure and going to force Herman to punt again.
So neither offense right now able to do much as we're just over 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
See what Herman does here if they're going to punt. Briggs is an outstanding punter, so I'm not surprised if they do punt this from their own end. He is an outstanding kicker.
3rd and 21. And kick does come off. The Knights are going to have outstanding field position. They might have a score here. A huge return here for Holy Names as they get inside the 10-yard line down to about the 6. A great run back, though. I believe that was Caden Burdock again, number 32.
So Caden Burdock makes the play on defense and comes out and has the first big play on special teams. And I think that's going to be the big difference here today, like the punt return game. Both teams have outstanding punt returners.
Here's the kick. And Burdock will make the Griffins pay. Gets a block.
Gets a great block there. Couldn't see that number 3, I think, Boris Wright. The other returner comes across, makes a great play. And
we stand corrected, Coach.
Number
it was
33.
Mike Pizzuti.
Yeah, number 33. Great job.
1st and goal for the Knights. That's Pizzuti again. And a nice job by
Wes
the Griffins
Simpson.
defense. Yeah, Wes Simpson wasn't fooled at all.
Wes Simpson, one of the outstanding players on Herman. He's going to play the will linebacker position. He's going to be tough to run on the edge with when you run to his side. Another negative play, Dom.
Neither offense has been able to do much right now. 2nd and they're at the 14-yard line, so it's 2nd and goal from the 14. Hayden under center. Straight drop back, looks to the end zone, passes up.
Got it.
Did Johnson come up with that? He did. Oh, my, what a catch by number 4, Theo Johnson. And there's a flag after. That's going to be unsportsmanlike, taunting. But what a catch by Theo Johnson. 6-0, Holy Names.
Yeah, again, that's just a tough mismatch. You got a guy of his size, and the free safety tried to come over to knock the ball down and missed it. And Theo used, great concentration and was able to catch the ball in his chest and go to the ground with it. And you're going to see that a lot today. That's already the 3rd time they've tried to throw in the fade route to him, and I think that's going to be part of their game plan tonight. They're going to have to kind of figure out whether they want to double him or not.
We had objectionable conduct. Blue. That'll be applied on the kickoff. Touchdown is good.
So the point after now coming up here for the Knights.
Unfortunately, especially on early in the game, you don't want to take that 15-yard penalty. That's going to push Holy Names back, to the 30-yard line trying to kick off and going to give Herman pretty good field position.
Snap's good. The kick is up and through. So the Knights strike first. with 4:52 to go in quarter number one. It's Holy Name 7, Herman no score. Heck of a play, I'll tell you what. Hayden to Johnson in the back of the end zone. That's why you got to love the Canadian end zones. They're like 20 yards, 25 yards.
Oh, for sure. You're not going to have to worry about running out of real estate when you get through the end zone there. And, you know, throwing from the 14-yard line is still a 34-yard pass to get to the end of the end zone. So there's a lot of room. And, you know, like I said, this is a bitter rivalry. These guys have been battling for a couple years now. And you're going to probably see some of that, unfortunately, a little bit of jawing. And a lot of these guys are friends outside of football. And, you know, despite being friends, when they get together on the football field, they're gonna talk a little trash and have a little fun. Unfortunately, you know, Theo got the penalty there, so we'll have to keep an eye on that throughout the game.
So they will be kicking from their 35 as the penalty gets tacked on, and as Coach DeMore alluded to, Herman should get decent field position here if all goes right. Here's the kick. And it takes a Holy Names roll. John Cartier having trouble with it. Finally gets his footing going. But, boy, the roll really helps the Knights. Herman not with such great field position as they'll start from their 14-yard line, 1st and 10. I don't see any flags, so play will stand.
That's great coverage by Holy Names. You know, Herman's got some outstanding returners, and they're able to get down there. And this is the second time now Herman has started inside their own 15. And that's tough sledding if you're going to ask to go 90, 95 yards every drive to score points. So we'll keep on this, see what Herman does here. They've played untraditional here for the first couple series. Now it looks like, you know, they're going to get in their traditional double tight two-back set here, which they've been running for an eternity.
Mm-hmm. Cody Briggs, straight drop back, throws it to the right side. That's Vashon Genesis.
Yeah, Vashon right now is probably the best football player on this field. And, you know, if they're going to be able to get him in space, those DBs are going to have to tackle him or he's going to go for 80, 90 yards. So we're going to keep an eye on that if they're going to continue to single cover him, if they're going to go to him often.
Genesis gets the first down, and he gets Herman some room to work with as the ball now sets up on their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Green Griffins. They're down 7-0, 3:48 to go here in quarter number one. This time the connection is made as Braden McDougall takes that pass.
Yeah, good little crossing route there. Briggs kind of stood in there. He had some pressure above Devin Verisek, but was able to get the throw off before the hit and, you know, pick up a solid 8 yards on first down.
Another good pickup by the Green Griffins. We'll call this 2nd and a long deuce. But they are on the move. This is maybe the best offensive back-to-back plays we've seen so far in this contest. Hands off this time does quarterback Briggs. And it looks like the Griffins did get the yardage needed.
And Christian Mooring, number 32, just a simple lead. Needed 2 yards, got about 4, and we'll move the chains for Herman. Look at Devin Verisek just suplex him to the ground there. He's going to be a guy that we're going to have to watch, number 9. Very talented defensive player for Holy Names.
1st and 10 for the Griffins as they're now at their own 47. Briggs straight drop back, looks over the middle, has a man loose. Oh my! Vashon Genesis had the ball, just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, he's going to be mad at himself there. He had the post route, got inside leverage on the DB, and this is a touchdown if he catches this football. He's going to pull away from that DB. Unfortunately, thinking about catching before he, running before he caught the ball and put it on the ground. And unfortunate miss by Herman here, and leads to a 2nd and long.
Genesis, you could see he was a little upset with himself at the end of that play there. Quick handoff, and that doesn't fool the Knights at all. In fact, the Griffins may have lost a yard.
Yeah, they're just trying to inside trap, try to get Holy Names pressuring and maybe overrunning it, but ran right into the pressure, and now we're forced to punt here and giving Holy Names the ball back with a 7-point lead.
So 3rd and 10. Well, they're going to call it 10. So they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. at the 48. You can see just over a minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. Theo Johnson has the touchdown for the Knights. That's the difference in the game right now.
High snap, but great job by Briggs to catch that.
There's a nice block. This is Pizzuti again that's returning the punt. Still up, Pizzuti with some blocks. Pizzuti across the midfield stripe down to the Herman 53, and he's finally hauled down. And oh my, look at this. There's definitely no love lost between these two teams.
No. And no penalty, it looks like, which is
wow.
Really surprising. Oh, no, there is a flag. Can't really see it right now, but another great return. You know,
Yeah.
Pizzuti, that's his second big return. You know, he's getting outstanding blocks by Boris Wright out there, his second returner coming out there and getting that seal block in order to get him on the edge. And, you know, that's another 45-yard return, puts Holy Names in great field position, and based on this penalty here.
We have 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. We have unnecessary roughness, blue, and we have unnecessary roughness, white. It's going to be first down.
So the penalties trade off. And Holy Names will start with good field position after the fine effort by number 33, Mike Pizzuti. First and 10, the Knights at the Herman 53, just over a minute 20 to go here in the first quarter. The Knights looking to add to their 7-0 lead. Jake Hayden, high snap, he handles it, gets it to Herzog, but that play just did not get off to a good start at all.
Yeah, the big challenge when you're running the zone read is if you get a high snap, the timing gets thrown off, and you know we try to teach the running backs to delay, make sure the quarterback gets the ball before you do it, but oftentimes they get excited, they get too early, and then you get a bad exchange, and now you're looking at a 2nd and 12.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. And it is a 2nd and 12, as Coach DeMore alludes to, for the Knights. Ball right at the midfield stripe, the 55-yard line.
Look at that matchup up top.
Yep. This is Herzog
get edge
going
there.
left. Herzog still up, and he's forced out of bounds. He's close to the first down.
It looks like he's about 3 yards short here, and you know, we're going to flip sides here. Going to give Coach an opportunity to decide whether he's going to go for it or not. But it looks like, talking to the quarterback, he's probably going for this.
I believe is that Craig Pooley?
Yeah, Craig Poole, the offense coordinator for Holy Names, been there for 2-3 years after spending a long time at Cardinal Carter.
Mm-hmm. So the Knights keep the offense in. Going to call it a 3rd and 1 here, Coach. This will be the last play of the first quarter unless there is a penalty. Hand off, Herzog dives, and indeed there is a penalty. I don't know if Herzog made it.
Yeah, I don't know if he got that, but you know, we're looking at maybe an offside. Oftentimes, short yardage, you're going to get a defensive offside. Got to give 1 yard in Canadian football.
Offside, white, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So the Knights get the break they're looking for.
We're going to have to run another play here before the quarter here.
Ends. Quarter cannot finish on a penalty. So the Knights now down inside the 40-yard line at the 39 of Herman. Another high snap. Herzog does get the handoff cleanly, though, and he picks up a couple of yards, but that'll end the first quarter. The Holy Name Knights lead the Herman Green Griffins 7-0. A quick timeout. We'll come back with the call of the second quarter. This is the WECSSAA AAA Championship on WE TV.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
Hey, buddy, how are you? It's the future. It is.
Welcome back to the Alumni Field, University of Windsor. The Herman cheerleaders, I think they're partly trying to stay warm here, but trying to get the Herman crowd going. Second quarter set to go. Dominic Papa along with Coach Joe Demore. A very good game already going on here. Some penalties, but some good action, some great intensity displayed by both teams. That pass goes complete to Johnson. A first down for the Knights to start the second quarter.
Yeah, I think Herman's going to have to look at, though Taj Holmes is very talented, you're asking a lot of him to defend a 6'7", 235-pound wideout out on an island, and just ran a simple 15-yard out route and caught it with ease and moved the chains.
First and 10 at the Herman 28-yard line. The Knights trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Herzog takes that handoff, maybe gets a yard.
A good job by Stefan Merrick to kind of chase from behind and limit him to a couple yards.
They give him 2 yards. 2nd and 8 to go here for the Knights. Second quarter just underway here.
We got that isolation up there, up top again.
Yep, Johnson on the far side of your screen. This pass goes complete. That time it was Devin Verisek taking it and gets the first down for the Knights.
Yeah, nice design. They got a tight end set. Looks like he's going to block. It kind of just sneaks out there, and sometimes linebackers forget about those guys and gets out into the flats and gains 17 to 20 yards and gets Holy Names into first and goal from the 9.
First and goal, yes. The Knights inside the 10 here. They are already leading 7-0. Theo Johnson in the first quarter. Theo Johnson touchdown in the first quarter. Hayden under center here. I formation in the backfield. Hands off. This time going left. Touchdown, Knights! That was number 3, Boris Wright, punching it in.
I'll tell you right now, Boris Wright, you're going to see him throughout the game. So dynamic, explosive player. He just got the edge here, and there was no one catching him. Got a great lead block by Christian Fecto, and made the first guy miss, and into the end zone for a nice 14-0 lead now for Holy Names.
Well, 13. We're going to try the point here, Coach.
There's no guarantees in high school football kicking.
In any game anymore, really. Even the NFL guys are missing a few PATs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Snap is good. The kick is up, and it does get through. Kind of floated, but it works. Now it does make the score of the Holy Named Knights. 14, the Griffins, no score. 10-11 to go here in quarter number 2. If you're Coach Lumley right now, Coach Demore, what do you tell your guys? You're down a couple here. You haven't been able to do much on the offense. What's got to happen here?
Well, I think for, Harry and them, they're used to this. He's seen everything. I don't think there's going to be anything a surprise to him. He was down last year in the championship game, fell behind, I think, 14-0. They'll battle. They got too many explosive players. They're just 1 or 2 plays away from making a difference. I remember 2 years ago, they were down 21, and they ended up coming back to beat Holy Names. So
yeah, we were here for that game as well.
I think you and I did that game a couple years ago, and yeah, they're just too talented to worry about it. But I think they just gotta just keep playing, relax a little bit, and try to get a score here or at least some points to kind of get back on the board and back in the game.
Maybe just get a few first downs to build some confidence. That rolls out of bounds.
That'll be great field position. Herman will start at the 40-yard line here with the illegal, kick out of bounds.
And that's what the call will be.
Procedure on the kickoff. Blue. First down.
So the Griffins do start at their own 40, decent field position. They need to get some offense going here, build a little confidence, and got to keep that Knights offense off the field right now. They seem to have some good momentum going right now.
Now look for them maybe to take a shot here with Vashon. He's got press coverage here against Matt Williams, two great talented kids battling.
Briggs, straight drop back. Oh my, that was almost intercepted. Pass was a little high, but in the neighborhood. He had John Cartier there, number 7.
Yeah, simple curl route, but Holy Names dropped into coverage there, and it was a tight little window, a little overthrow, and puts them to second down and 10 now. I think it's important that Herman doesn't go 2 and out here and punts the football to.
I agree with you, Coach.
Holy Names.
They got to get just a little bit of confidence going here.
Yeah.
And you got to give their defense a little bit of time to rest up a little bit. Here's a high toss, and that's going out of bounds. So it will indeed be 2 and out for the Griffins.
Yeah, they were trying to go vertical to the field. Unfortunately, he just pushed that ball out of bounds. You want to keep that near the numbers so that, it's a catchable ball and the receiver can come back and get it, but just got it outside the numbers. The receiver got beyond the defenders, but out of bounds. And, they had 2 great returns here, so we'll see what happens.
Tiaj Holmes, number 20, was the intended receiver there, who had got in behind the coverage. So Briggs, who also is the quarterback, also does the punting, takes care of the punting duties. And this time, it's fielded by Pizzuti again. I'm surprised they even kicked his way.
Well, I think they don't want to kick to Boris Wright on the other side.
True.
So Pizzudi's going to get majority of the opportunities here, and he's made the most of it the last 3 times. But again, Holy Name starting past the 40-yard line, close to the 50, and that's great field position. Offensively, you'd love to start there every series.
Now the Knights are telling Briggs, pick your poison, Pizzuti or Boris Wright.
Yeah, and that's kind of been Herman's MO for so many years.
Yeah.
You're going to punt to them. You're either going to punt to one star or another, and a lot of teams just kick the ball out of bounds. And, maybe Herman's got to start looking at that. They're going to kick the ball out of bounds and keep it away from their explosive players. But this is a big stop for Herman in this series to kind of keep this game within reach.
Hayden again right under center. Hands off to, I believe that was Verisek, number 9.
Yeah, Verisek, a little inside trap with their tight end. Number 44, McDougal, did a great job of staying in his lane and actually pursuing that. You see him come across and make the tackle and limit him to a short yardage gain.
2nd down and 9 for the Knights.
Look for Holy Names to put the ball in the air here, and got single coverage to the right. See what they come up with here on 2nd and long.
8 minutes and counting here in quarter number 2. Straight drop back. Hayden is flushed out of the pocket, gets the pass off, and then it's fumbled. Let's see if they call this complete, but the ball's still loose. Finally scooped up by Wes Simpson. Simpson still up on his feet. He's spinning, moving. Simpson looking for some Brox, and he fumbles the ball, and
Wow.
Holy Names gets it back.
Now, this is ultimately going to come back to Herman because this is holding on Holy Names. So
take a look at this.
you got holding right there on Holy Names. Fumbles.
That was Verisek who fumbles it.
A little too much running around. Sometimes you just got to go down and, you got the turnover and you keep the football, but he's trying to make a play here and it gets punched out right about now and Holy Name recovers again. But I think with the penalty on Holy Names, it's going to go right back to the
Griffins?
Well, it's going to go back to Holy Names, but I think back 10 and
Yeah.
it's going to be ultimately second and 19.
We'll see what referee Todd Whited says.
And I believe Herman will accept that penalty. Also, it's be first down for holy names down there. So they're going to accept this penalty and make it 2nd and 19.
A lot of flags in this first half. I'm surprised.
Holding before the fumble. Blue. Oh, sorry, blue. 2nd down.
So you called it, Coach. The Griffins decline it. They will force holy names at 2nd and 19. 7:36 to go here in the second quarter.
Big break for Herman there. Obviously, they got the turnover and they turned it back over. That would have gave them first down, again, a little bit farther back, but still first down and a new series. So, they caught a break there with the holding call, and hopefully they get a stop here and force a punt.
That'll boost the confidence a little bit, though, for the Griffins, that's for sure. Hayden drops straight back, flag on the play. Going to the left side, and Johnson again hauls it in. Inbounds, they're saying it's complete. Oh my, this kid's special.
Yeah, I think you're asking a lot of Tash Holmes to cover him. Now it's going to be offside on the defense, so that's going to get declined, and they're going to get the position. The guys are in good position, but when you're 6'7",
coverage is there.
You're hard. I think at some point they're going to have to go double team him and force Jake Hayden to throw to other players. But I like their game plan. They got a talented kid like that, and there's no shame. People say, all you do is throw to your best player. Well, you're trying to win a championship. You're going to go to your best players, and, going to Theo Johnson's not a bad game plan.
No. He's full value, that's for sure, and quite the bright future ahead of that young man.
Yeah, I got a very talented brother who's playing quarterback at Buffalo right now, Dominic Johnson. So a lot of talent in that family.
It's a football family. Pitch to Herzog. Herzog looking to get to the outside. Turns on the Jets, but a nice containment there by the Griffins. More specifically, Ty Calhoun.
Yeah, I think that's one thing if Holy Name's going to look at, some of their game plan, trying to run the edge on Herman. They have so many athletes that can run, and you can see, even though Herzog's super talented, Calhoun just explosive and gets there and makes the play. I think if Holy Name's going to find success, it's going to be between the tackles and being physical with them.
Herzog lost a yard there. 2nd and 11 at the Herman 41-yard line. Knights up 14-0. Touchdown in the first quarter, a touchdown in this second quarter. Oh, here we go.
A little razzle-dazzle.
Yes. And the pass is complete to Johnson, so Coach McIntyre just pulling out all the stops here early on.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but it worked. Nick Brockovich takes the handoff, and he's in a bit of traffic and kind of just throws it out there. And again, you got a big, talented player like that and goes up and gets the football. It's hard to defend. Brockovich played quite a bit of quarterback for them through the regular season when Hayden was hurt, so it's not out of the ordinary for Nick to throw footballs.
So now the Knights threatening to widen their lead here as they are down 1st and 10 at the Herman 14. This is Herzog.
Wes Simpson again, outstanding athletic play.
Herzog picked up maybe a yard or two.
Actually lost two, Dom.
Lost two, actually, I should say. Yep.
Again, trying to run the perimeter on
16.
Herman, I think, is not, the game plan you want to go to. I think running between the tackles and throwing the ball downfield is where they're going to find success. So, you're looking at another 2nd and long, and my expectation is you're going to see an ISO route here on Theo Johnson on number 20. And
2nd and 12 at the 16. A high snap. Hayden hauls it in, but he has to hurry the pass. and that play just was not happening.
Yeah, he got it there, which I was a little surprised there. That's a pretty tough throw. Thought he was just throwing it away and was able to get it there, but the defense played, got to the ball and made a great play.
Good job by Hayden just to even haul that in.
Yeah, number 90, Dugal, made a outstanding play, breaking that up. And we'll see what Holy Gnomes does here. It looks like they're going to go for a field goal, possibly.
I thought they sent the
Looks like their kicker is out.
Yeah, he's out because Hayden's on the bench. He's on the sideline.
They're going to try to get some points here, which is smart.
Yep, so this is going to be a 23-yard attempt. Austin Christo, I believe, is the kicker. Or is that? Kick is up. It's good. It's Pizzuti, actually, I think.
Yeah, 33.
Some of these numbers are very difficult to read from up here. But Mike Pizzuti, 33. Is successful from 23 yards out. That makes the score Holy Names 17. The Green Griffins, no score. 4:35 to go here in the second quarter.
Herman's going to take the ball at the 35-yard line, which, I think right now is smart. You just want to, stay away from any mistakes.
What you can control here.
Yeah, take away the mistakes, possibly a fumble on, kick return, giving Holy Names more momentum. You take the ball, good field position, and we'll see if Herman can capitalize and get back in this football game.
Still lots of game left. Briggs hands off. I believe that was Wes Simpson or Mooring.
Christian Mooring.
32.
Number 32. Decent gain for 5 and 6 yards. And we're looking at a 2nd and 4 here. And very important that Herman converts on this 2nd and 4.
I agree with you, Coach. They got to get a couple of first downs at least. Get some momentum going their way. Full marks to Holy Names, though. They've picked up the game after a sloppy first few minutes by both teams, but Holy Names has certainly picked up the focus and put themselves out to a 17-0 lead. A good run there by the Griffins. That does get the first down, a much-needed first down.
Yeah, great job by Mooring. They got some pressure in the backfield right off the snap. I think it was Christian Fecto, number 66. In the backfield, but he was able to make him miss and get the first down. So that's a big first down for Herman, and we'll see if they can build on that and continue to move the chains.
Mooring was able to get the job done there. This is Mooring again, and he does a nice job picking up about 6 yards, getting almost to the midfield stripe. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 54 of the Green Griffins.
A little bit surprised with Herman. This is very, not unorthodox offensively, but something that they're not used to running is the spread offense, and they definitely have the talent and skill to do it. And it's a different game plan. I think something they haven't shown all season, and trying to, kind of fool Holy Names a little bit. They're normally in that traditional 3-back set, and they've been spreading it out, 3-by-2, 2-by-3 the whole game so far.
Same play we just saw. Mooring gets the first down, though. It's working.
Yeah, the thing about spreading the football out is you spread the defense out. They got to cover up every eligible receiver. You got usually 4 to 6 guys in the box, and they're able just to run an inside zone play, and Mooring be able to make some people miss and get 6 to 7 yards a gain. It's a good game plan. We'll see if it continues to be successful.
This time it's going to be Cartier taking the handoff. They're going to that left side every time, Coach.
Yeah, Kai, where is it on all the names? Number 77, Kai Service, one of the top offensive linemen in the province right now, and getting some love from not only youth sports teams but some NCAA teams as well. And yeah, they're gonna run behind him majority of the time. And Cartier's a little more their physical back than Mooring, and he gains 4 or 5 and puts him in a 2nd and 6.
So Herman responding nicely here. Good drive going as they're now into the Knights end of the field. Low snap, Hayden handles it, going to air one out, and that's going to go incomplete. Excellent coverage there. Step for step was Matt Williams, number 5 of the Knights.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. That's 2 great football players going at it, and Matt Williams not backing down. He's press coveraging against Vachon and, kind of forcing them to throw the football to him, and he was a little deep and missed it. Now we're looking at 3rd and 6.
Coach Lumley keeps the offense in, not surprised at this point. The ball being at the 48-yard line of the Knights. Griffins trying to extend this drive. Hayden gets the pass off, overthrows his target. The pass was intended, it looked like Ty Calhoun, number 21, who was in the neighborhood, but ball thrown well over his head.
Yeah, just a simple smash concept, but Holy Names played, cover 3 and had both areas covered, and that's turnovers on downs here. And last thing Herman needs is, with 1:45 left, Holy Names going down and scoring more points. So we'll see if they can tighten up here and keep the game within 17.
Yeah, I think very important to keep it at this for the Griffins anyways. I'm sure Coach McIntyre of the Knights is thinking, you know what, we can maybe really make a statement here.
I'll see them push the ball downfield, maybe on 1st down. Traditionally running the ball on 1st down here, so we'll see if they do that.
Hayden right under center, hands off to Herzog. Herzog works hard to get to 5 or 6 yards. They give Herzog 5, so 2nd and 5 we'll call it. Just over a minute and 40 to go here. Good half of football, especially if you're a Holy Name Knights fan. Herzog again straight up the middle. Be interesting to see where they spot it.
I think he's going to be about an inch short here, but I expect Holy Names to go for this, making it 3rd and inches.
Might get a measurement here. You can see where they have it. Just right above the 51 of Herman.
Actually, this might be a 1st down, Dom.
I think just by the nose of the football. No, maybe not. No,
Yep.
Nose of the football, yep.
Good call, Dom.
So
Got better eyes than me.
Nah, trust me, I don't. But I guess for my age, I guess I won't complain right now. Done a few of these games and didn't make as many mistakes because the eyes were a lot better.
1:15 left here. 1st down for Holy Names. Still got a lot of real estate to cover, but moving the ball, and again, 1:13. It's a long time.
He's got 2 timeouts still, and you think maybe even a field goal here. Again, there's just maybe a slight breeze, not much though, nothing that I don't think would affect the kicking part of it.
I think if I'm Holy Names right now, you stay conservative, for another about 20 yards, 30 yards, so you don't give Herman the ball back. But at the same time, if you can get to about the 30 with, 30, 35 seconds left, like you mentioned, they got 2 timeouts, then you kind of be aggressive. But right now, I think they're going to stay with the run, be conservative, and see if they can at least get into field goal range and steal 3 points before the half.
1st and 10 at the 52 of Herman.
Oh, great.
Nice defensive play by the...
Yeah, outstanding job by McDougall again, was it? Yep, McDougall. Braden McDougall making a great play there, and he's made a couple plays today at the linebacker position, forcing a no gain and a 2nd and 10.
Braden McDougall has looked good in this first half. Big plays have hurt Herman here.
Yeah, you know,
Theo
again,
Johnson and-
it's the matchups. You know, Theo's had 4 big plays right now, and again, they isolate him here. We'll see if they go after him. They're going to run the football.
This is Herzog. He picks up about 6. So Coach McIntyre will have to make a decision here. Take another look at that.
And he's going to keep the offense out on the field. I think, you know, if Herman's not going to call a timeout, I think he's going to run the clock.
We're under a minute as the clock is running.
Yeah, I'm surprised Herman didn't take a timeout there. Force him to run a play. You never know. But Holy Name's going to run the clock all the way down and call their own timeout. So
Yep.
I think, you know, maybe Harry missed a boat there and could have called timeout, forced them to run a play, and then either punt it or, you know, run a play and maybe get the ball back. But they look like they're going to concede to the halftime and go down 17-0.
So the punt unit does come in for the Knights. 23 seconds remaining. Despite the weather conditions, not a bad crowd here tonight. Good to see.
Yeah, always a good crowd when Holy Name's Herman plays. And
Yep. They get tremendous support, so great to see the student body here along with some parents. There's a look at some of the crowd here. Oh, a bad snap. And this is going to be Pizzuti, and he tripped on his own player's foot because he may have had a chance to make that first down.
see, you know, you go back to that timeout, Dom. If he forced a timeout earlier, they have, you know, 45 seconds, 50 seconds with the ball. Now they only have 16, and really they get a mistake by Holy Names, but it's probably not going to hurt them.
So Herman will take over the ball. They're at their 46-yard line. Boy, Pizzuti, if he doesn't trip on his own player's foot there, he would have had more than the first down, actually. He's been a dangerous runner in this first half.
Yeah, explosive young man.
Handoff to Cartier. I think Coach Lumley is going to, like you said, let's get the guys into the half and let's talk it over. And that is going to be a timeout now. Coach Lumley does call a timeout. Again, earlier today, LeSource Eagles defended their AA championship. They defeated the Kennedy Clippers. An entertaining game, 29-16 was the final. Congratulations to both those teams, but you know, the Eagles are obviously the real deal at that level, and again, another outstanding campaign for the LeSource Eagles.
Yeah, 3rd straight championship. You know, pretty much been undefeated in the AA level for a long time now, and yeah, they're a building program. I could see them at some point, you know, in fighting for this championship, you know, in the next 2-3 years if they continue to bring in, you know, all the young kids and their junior programs growing every year. So hats off to Coach Doopy and Coach Thrasher for building such a strong program there.
Actually, I didn't realize I had went to school with the Thrasher's father, John Thrasher, who was here, and I had a chance to say hello to him. Should be very proud of his boys, that's for sure. A huge run here by Cartier as he gets all the way down to the Holy Names 37. Just 4 seconds remaining, though, in the quarter.
Well, they have an opportunity here.
Yeah,
Again, I
I
don't
was
want
gonna
to keep going back to the same thing, but,
Yep.
you know, you take that timeout, you have a lot more time on the clock here, and now they pretty much have one play, and I assume, you know, maybe take a shot to Vachon or something like that, but great run by Cartier. Put them at the 37-yard line, and we'll see if they got enough arm strength, and I think Briggs does have enough arm to get him in the end zone, and you never know.
I'd take a shot at it.
Yeah,
Why
for
not?
sure. We'll see if Holy Names kind of puts Theo Johnson back there as a safety valve and make sure that no jump balls are caught.
.7 seconds to be exact. we'll go with the 5 seconds on our scoreboard. And we have a timeout on the field. Coach McIntyre, or actually that's Coach Hogan, is it not?
Yeah, Coach Hogan, defensive coordinator for Holy Names, been there for 3-4 years now. I had a chance to work with Coach Hogan. I started my career at AKO, coaching, and outstanding defensive mind, and he has these guys playing really well right now.
Yep, just wanted to make sure. Here's the pitch. And falling is Cartier, and that's going to end the first half of football. The WECSSAA Senior Boys AAA Championship game has the Holy Names Knights leading the Herman Green Griffins 17-0. Coach DeMore, quick comment on that first half.
Well, I think Holy Names did, exactly what, they wanted to do. They got to ball Theo Johnson. He's probably, the best football player out here, and they were able to isolate him. And Herman, I think, at halftime is going to have to kind of make some adjustments. Can't leave him out there on an island. Asking Taj Holmes to do a lot there. Herman just can't get things going. They had a big shot, early on to Vashon. They missed it, drop ball, couldn't score. And Holy Names kind of playing methodical right now, taking advantage of some of Herman's mistakes on specials. And, yeah, they're going to have to make some plays in this second half if they want to get back in this game.
Don't go anywhere. It should be a good second half of football. We're going to check in with some of our sponsors, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back with the call of the third quarter. This is the WECSSAA Senior Boys AAA Championship on WeTV.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
We are resilient, often knocked down, but never backing down. You can spend your whole life on the outside looking in, or you can live it on the inside. Because that's where your passion lives. The drive to push beyond the naysayers, to find the fire that ignites your toughness. Because the truth is, winning always comes when you start from within.
Hi everybody, this is Tina Brigley, host of In and Out of Your Mind with Tina Brigley on WeTV. Join me and my guests while we explore ways to get out of your mind and into your life. Join us each and every week for a new show. Come see me here on WeTV.
Hi, I'm Josie, and I'm your co-host of the We Digital production, We Now. Anyone interested in promoting a business, an event, a book signing, or maybe even just making aware of the movers and shakers of Windsor, Essex County, We Now can do that for you. We'll get your word out. So make sure you email me at josie@we-tv.ca to book an in-studio session that will air live on Facebook. And don't forget to check out our social media. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
Welcome back to Alumni Field here at the University of Windsor. WECSSAA AAA Championship Football here on WeTV. Dominic Papa bringing you the call, our color commentator, the head coach of the University of Windsor Lancers, Coach Joe Demore, giving us great insight to the game. We certainly appreciate having Coach Demore here with us, coaching us through this game, actually. So, second half just underway here as the kick goes. The Knights looking to add to their lead. A good run back again to start this second half. The Knights coming up with some big plays, some timely plays. That time it's Matt Williams, number 5, getting the ball rolling here for Holy Names.
Yeah, Herman's, just trying to squib kick it, keep Holy Names from getting a big return, and they kick to one of their talented players, Matt Williams, and he's able to bring it up to close to midfield here, and good field positions for Holy Names to start their opening drive of the second half.
49-yard line is where the Knights will start this offensive series. As mentioned, they're leading at 17-0. 10 in this quarter, 7 points in the first, and that's where we stand. This is Herzog fighting hard for, looks like he's got the first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. He's close, if anything.
Yeah, just a simple single lead, up the middle, just breaking tackles. And, Michael, for a high school kid, his quads are massive, and he's just a physical running back. And looks like he's going to be, just a couple inches short of the first down here. Expect another lead play here to get the first down.
2nd and 1, we'll call it. This is Herzog, and he picks up the yard and then some.
Actually, it was Boris right there.
Boris
and
Wright, number 3, you're right.
Yeah, Holy Names, when they bring Boris in, they put Herzog at fullback, so they got the dynamic tailbacks, in the backfield together. So that's something interesting to watch. And again, I think Holy Names game plan this second half, they're going to run the football, take some shots downfield with Theo, and just kind of continue to do what they're doing. I don't think they make any major changes. They had a great first half, and I expect them to do exactly what they did in the first half in the second half.
The Knights on the move early here. Herzog fakes the handoff, the reverse, and Herman was ready for it.
You know what? Great job by Michael, because he wants to hand this ball off, and he realized that the receiver is beyond him, and instead of making a mistake here, he keeps it and takes the loss. But some players, some players would have tried to toss that ball, would have been on the ground. You never know. So kudos to Michael Herzog for recognizing that the play wasn't going to work and just kind of ate it and lived to play another down.
That pass intended for Theo Johnson goes incomplete. So a 3rd down punt situation for the Knights.
Yeah, that time they got him on a nice comeback route, and just Jake a little quick with the football, got out there before Theo could get out of his break. And yeah, great stop by Herman. Got the stop and forcing the punt here on the first series with Holy Names.
These are 2 great senior football programs. The junior programs, they were in battle last night. It was Holy Names and Herman in the WECSSAA semifinal of the junior category. Holy Names winning that game. But one of their players, Jack Pierce, we'll watch this punt first. As it rolls out of bounds. Jack Pierce of the Holy Names Knights suffered a serious injury, a break in the leg. I'm not exactly aware of where it was, but it was a pretty serious injury. And from what I understand, Jack was in surgery today, or is in surgery maybe right now as we speak. So want to give a shout out to Jack Pierce. Wish him well. Tell him we're thinking about him, and hopefully he gets back on the field and becomes again a really good contributor to Holy Names football. So we wish you well, Jack. That pass intended on the far side. It looks like Vishon Janasis goes incomplete. Herman having trouble getting that offense in a flow, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to come back to their old traditional offense here, and just a simple stop route by Vishon. But Briggs a little off target with some of his throws today. Missed the one early, had 2 or 3 balls overthrown, and now they're looking at a 2nd and long here, but they're in their traditional offense. So look at Herman to try to get back to the running game and make some plays here.
Well, I'm going to throw it up here, and that had Cartier in the neighborhood, but that goes incomplete.
Yeah, had them. They confused Holy Names a little misdirection, play action, and opened up to throw the vertical, but pressure on Briggs forced him to throw a ball high and over the head of Cartier, and Herman's looking to punt now on their first series, going 2-0.
Just over 8.5 to go here in the third quarter. The Griffins need to get something going offensively. And they have to hold Holy Names off the board at the same time.
And watch the punt return here.
That bobble, the ball is loose.
Oh,
and this
recovered.
might be the break right here that the Griffins need.
Yeah, number 28. Looks like number 20. Actually, no 28 here on the roster. 29. Mo Sobo.
Ball just not handled well there.
Had a little trouble
That
picking
was
it up.
Pizzuti.
And 29 was there to recover.
Jacob Hughes. No, actually, you're right. Mo Sob.
Mo Sob makes a great play for Herman. Now they're in great field position. Got to capitalize here. You get the first turnover of the game for Holy Names, and Herman's got to come up with something here. So we'll see what they do.
Great field position for the Griffins as they're at the Holy Names 46. That pass intended for Braden McDougall doesn't go complete. A little bit over McDougall. And
This is tough right here. Briggs is down.
Cody Briggs is down.
Yeah, took a big shot. Looks like he's going to be okay. Going over to talk to Coach Lumley, get the play, but took a big shot there, tried again, some play action, and Herman's throwing the ball 5-6 straight times now, which is a little surprising considering they run the ball quite well. But now we're looking at, again, 2nd and long, and more likely got to throw the ball again.
Second and 10. Briggs under center. Bad snap, ball is fumbled, and the Griffins shoot themselves in the foot here a little bit after getting a break on a fumble recovery.
Looks like he wanted to run a little play action there again and just couldn't control the snap and fumbled it, and we're looking at another punt here for Herman.
As they lose a couple of yards. And Briggs sets up to punt the ball away. This time the punt handled well.
Yeah, this could be a touchdown.
This is Boris Wright, number 3. The first time they've actually kicked to him.
Yeah, they moved the returners and they put Boris in the boundary to catch that one after the fumble on the last play. But big return, and Holy Names is set up shop at the 33-yard line.
6:55 to go here in quarter number 3. The Knights up 17-0 at the half.
I think right now the last thing Holy Names wants to do is come out and run some trick plays and try to, try to make some explosive play. I think for them, just do what you did in the first half. Be methodical.
They were very, again, both teams got off to a sloppy start, I should say. But, it was Holy Names that settled down, and started executing. And you're right, Coach. I agree with you. I think, just keep doing what got you here and put you up 17-0.
Yeah, and, run the ball to Michael and Boris Wright, and then, take your chances with Theo out on the boundary, single coverage, and do those things. And I think, Herman's struggling a little bit right now moving the football, and if Holy Names continues to get first downs, it's going to be tough for Herman to come back.
That pass intended for Brakovich goes over his reach. So Herman will get the ball back. Good defensive stance there for the Griffins. Coach Lumley, I'm sure now thinking, how can I get my offense going?
Yeah, that quarter there going by pretty quickly. You know, we're going 5 minutes left in the quarter. We're going to start, time's going to start becoming a factor soon. So I think Herman's got to at least get some points on the board here, whether it's 3 or 7, and kind of get Holy Names back on their heels a little bit and see if they can make a mistake or two to get them back in this game.
Is that ball fumbled?
Yes.
Yes, oh my, this is going to be Holy Names football as the Griffins do not take the ball well.
Not quite sure what the returner was doing there. Actually, I think, to be honest, I believe he thought there was no yards. He tried to catch it and then kind of got out of the way after he fumbled. I don't know if we're going to get the look at here. But he actually doesn't know where the ball is. Kind of lost sight of the ball and thought maybe there was going to be a no yards call there. There was nothing, and the turnover happens, and there.
Ty Calhoun just didn't haul it in, though, Coach. You know, you had the bread basket there, and it just didn't hold on to it.
That's an unfortunate mistake, and we'll see if Holy Name's going to take advantage of this. But
here we go, a little reversal, and this right now not looking good for the Knights, but Pizzuti turning on the Jets, and the Griffins, the Green Griffins, were not fooled at all.
Yeah, like I just mentioned that. I think like you start doing these kind of things, these are the mistakes that are going to cost you football games. Like 3 pitches, and they already tried this once and it didn't work. I think you just line up, run the ball to Herzog and throw the ball to Theo Johnson and come out and win a championship. So, you know, it didn't hurt them as far as turning the ball over, but they did lose 5 yards on that play, and now we're looking at 2nd and long.
2nd and 15 to be exact. Just over 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. The Knights trying to put back-to-back championship seasons together. Of course, the winner of this game will go on to play in the Swassa game. And I believe that's yet to be determined who the opponent will be.
I believe it's Chatham and Sarnia playing this week, and
that'll
the winner
be
will head
in
to
the winning city of that game, correct?
The championship, Swassa championship will be in that winning city next Wednesday, I believe. Then off to Offs, the winner of that game will head off to Ottawa. The following Tuesday.
Oh my, what a trip that'll be.
Offside. Blue. Repeat 2.
The Knights called for the offside.
We saw this early on in the game before Holy Name settled down a little bit. A lot of penalties, you know, pushing them back. And, you know, if they want to keep this lead, they got to get out of these 2nd and longs behind the chains. Just, you know, gain first couple downs and punt. But 2nd and long here, we'll see if Herman can get off the field. Expect an ISO throw here to Theo Johnson.
There it is, and that goes incomplete. That actually hit the field.
Yeah, close, almost intercepted. Theo had a shot at it, kind of bobbled it there. It was a pretty good throw, and I think if he would have caught that, it would have been a 1st down, but
Tiaj Holmes had a chance for the Griffins there, but as mentioned, the ball did hit the turf. So the Knights in a punt situation again. Herman's defense the last couple times have done a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Holy Name's made some mistakes, taken some penalties, but Herman's gotten off the field, and just, you know, surprisingly, their offense just hasn't found any rhythm. Passing game is struggling, and unfortunately hasn't been able to get the run going.
This is going to be Calhoun. Calhoun. Oh my, does he get belted? Caden Burdick.
I think that's the 3rd big hit by Caden Burdick. Yep. Earlier in the game, he hit a big shot in the backfield on Cartier, and now he makes a big play on special teams. And, you know, great textbook tackle. Head up. Head to the chest here. Good clean hit. Boom. Follow through. Great job by Burdick.
That was as textbook as you can get.
Unfortunately, there is another flag here, Dom.
Yep.
Too many men. Herman. Decline. It's going to be a 1st down.
Penalties against the Griffins, as you hear from head referee Todd Whited.
That's the 2nd too many men on the field for Herman there, so Special teams is always tough. You got guys going in and out. Someone gets hurt. You don't know who's substituting, especially at the high school level. And sometimes you get that on special teams. Not enough guys or too many men.
So the Griffins at their own 17-yard line, 1st and 10, have their work cut out for themselves. Down 17 here as we get into the late stages of the third quarter. This pass goes complete. That's Wes Simpson, number 33, hauling it in. Looks like he might have the first down.
Yeah, good job. First down. Simple hook route. Got 8. Carried him for a couple plays and got 11 to get the first down and move the chains.
Good effort there for sure to get to that first down mark by Simpson. Ball now at the 28-yard line of the Green Griffins. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Same combination. Oh my. Simpson took his eye off the ball, Coach.
Yeah, that's tough sometimes. You want to run before you catch, and he saw the defenders coming at him and tried to make a move and didn't hold the ball in. And we always teach our receivers, catch the ball first, move second, and unfortunately he didn't do that, and now we're looking at second.
Flag.
There's no flag on the play.
No flag.
Herman had 11 players with no end. Second down.
Thank you to referee Whited for that explanation.
So actually Herman there, I think, was short a player on that.
Yep.
So ran a play with only 11 guys. And again, mistakes being made here and forcing Herman in a lot of second and longs, which is difficult to convert on in Canadian football.
2nd and 10 for the Griffins. Need to get this drive moving. Here's a little reverse. This is going to be Simpson with all kinds of room. Simpson might go all the way. Simpson down to the 40, to 30, still hustling. Simpson down to the 15-yard line. The Griffins finally get a big play on the offensive side. They are now well into the Holy Names end of the field.
Yeah, a little reverse, a little trickery by Herman. Holy Names over pursued, and he was able to get up the field, but great job by number 22, Cyrus McGarrell, to run him down. Wes Simpson's not an easy guy to run down, and he was able to make the play and stop the touchdown. And, we'll have to see if Herman doesn't score here. That's a huge play by Cyrus on Holy Name's part to keep working hard and not just give up the touchdown and run him down to make the play.
Ball on the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for Herman. No doubt they'd like to punch one in here before the end of the quarter. That pass complete to Cartier. See where they spot it, just inside the 10 or maybe right at the 10-yard line. I'm going to put it at the 9.
A simple little hook route there. That's 3 times now they've gone to that play. A lot of defenders over there, so we got to watch. Any tip balls could be an interception, but we'll see. I think they're going to put the ball in the air here and look for number 11, Vachon, to possibly get targeted here.
2nd and 5 from the Knights' 9-yard line. Griffins threatening to put some points on the board. Hand off again, and the Knights are there to shut the door in a hurry.
That looks like Christian Fecto with an outstanding play. 66, spins off the double team and makes a great play. That's an outstanding football play by a defensive tackle.
Tristan Rutherford carried the ball that time for the Griffins. That was his first touch of the contest.
That's a big play here in 3rd and 3, down 17-0. Quarter just about to end. Got us, at least get the first down here and live to play another down. If they turn this ball over here, this could be a big momentum shifter. They stopped them. Christian Fecto again. Another outstanding play, getting in the backfield.
See where they put the ball, but it does look like the Griffins are short.
Yeah, a little surprised with that play call, a little dive on a 3rd and 3. That's a lot of yards, and Christian's kind of controlled the middle of the field the last 2 plays. And killer penalty on Holy Names here.
Oh, my.
Offside.
Go ahead, mark it.
So the Knights called for the offside. That keeps it alive for the Griffins. They'll take it.
Automatic first down here, and now
Yep.
we're looking at a 1st and goal from the 4.
1st and goal to go.
We'll see how the game plays out here, but that could be a big play.
That's huge right now. Briggs under center. Hands off to Cartier. Cartier maybe gets a yard.
Oh, the ball's out. I think they're arguing that the ball was out.
Yeah, it was loose at the end of the play there. They may say that Cartier was down.
Yeah, I think momentum. They
Yep.
said momentum there. Looks like might be hurt. No.
No. 2nd and goal. They put the ball at the, looks like at about the 3-yard line. So Cartier does get a yard. This could be the last play of the 3rd quarter, barring no penalties.
No, that is the
that
play.
is it.
Yeah.
They're going to call it. All right, 3 quarters is in. A quick timeout here at Alumni Field. When we come back, it's the WECSSAA AAA Football Championship on WeTV.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
Welcome back to Alumni Field. An anxious Herman Green Griffin bench as they're down 17-0. This is the start of the 4th quarter. The WECSSAA AAA Senior Boys Football Championship on the line. The Knights have been solid all evening long. The Griffins, for the first time, threatening to put some points on the board as we start the 4th quarter here. This is huge here, Coach DeMora. This could really, change the complexion of this game, and a touchdown would just be a huge confidence boost here for the Griffins.
Yeah, for sure. They need to score here. If they have any chance to win this football game, they got to score now. And
here's the handoff.
There it is.
Simpson, touchdown, Green Griffins. They are on the board.
yeah, nice job by Simpson, just taking a inside zone handoff, cut back on the cutback, and walked into the end zone untouched.
Take another look at it.
Just put foot in his ground, get the DN over pursuing, and just right underneath for a simple touchdown, and giving Herman right back in the football game.
Point after try coming up here. Oh, the kick doesn't happen. Griffin's trying to salvage something here, but it's not going to work. So the point after unsuccessful for the Green Griffins. That'll keep the score 17-6 in favor of the Knights.
That's tough. I think, down the road, if Herman's going to want to win this football game, they're probably got to score 2 more times. So not sure if that's going to hurt them down the road, but obviously the field goal, if they needed it to tie the game, that's going to be a difference.
The snap looked like it was low.
Yeah, it looked low, and then, oftentimes the kickers, it's a timing thing. They're kind of leaving before the ball's even snapped, and if it's a bad snap, they kind of get off rhythm, and you could see the kicker stop there. And then at that point, it's hard to kick the ball standing still, and they weren't able to capitalize and get the single point. So we'll see, down the road, it could affect them, could not. But it was a big score for Herman, and I think right now, Holy Names to answer, they got to move the football and get back to what they were doing successful in the first half if they want to keep Herman off. And last thing they need to do is go 2 and out and punt the ball back to Herman.
A low dribbler type of kick, fielded nicely by the Knights here. I believe that was Stephen Gwinnett, number 11. Boy, he looked like a shortstop there.
Yeah, Stephen Gwinnett, a great athlete. He's kind of in the wedge there, and they shot it and landed right in his lap, and he was able to explode. And sometimes when that ball gets to someone quickly, the guys covering the kicks don't realize it, and they run right by him, and that's kind of what happened. And now Holy Names is on Herman's end already.
Yeah, great recovery by Gwinnett as it was a low line shot. Gwinnett looked like a major league shortstop scooping that ball up. And then an excellent return. So the Knights start at the Herman 50, or I should say the 46-yard line. Early stages of the fourth quarter here. AAA championship on the line. There's going to be flags as some movement before the ball was snapped.
Guard jumped a little quick there, and we're going back 5 yards here on Holy Names.
Procedure. Offense. 5 yards. Repeat 1.
So that'll make it 1st and 15 now for the Knights as the ball gets pushed back to the Herman 51. Hand off to Herzog, and he had nowhere to go that time. Good job by the Griffins.
Yeah, tried to run counter tray there, and some penetration forced Michael to stop his feet. And looks like another negative yardage play for Holy Names, and now we're looking at a 2nd and 18.
3-yard loss there. Couple steps back. This ball put up in the area of number 28. Nick Brekovich goes incomplete as Jake Hayden trying to catch the Griffins off guard a little bit.
Yeah, just an inside vertical route by the number 2. But Herman right there playing off coverage with a 2nd and 18 play and was able just to, have that overthrown. So now we're looking at Holy Names punting the ball off and Herman getting the football back with still 10 minutes left. And
Huge.
This could be a ball game if Herman can
Huge.
go down and put some points on the board
Tell you
here, and we could be with an exciting finish here.
We'll see if the momentum has shifted here, Coach DeMar. High snap, handled. This is going to be Calhoun. Calhoun
he's gone.
Up to the left
He's gone,
side.
Dom.
Calhoun turning on the Jets now.
Oh, great job.
Nice effort there by the Knights.
Number 20 looks like Dominic Layoke.
Yep.
Great play by Dominic. Looked like he got the edge there and had a seam. And
Would
and
you
we could see
expect
him run.
anything less than that with a name like Dominic?
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't want to answer that, Dom. I'm not going to answer that on TV.
So.
Okay. But great play by Herman. You know what I mean? Some momentum being built here. We'll see if they can capitalize. They had the big play with Wes Simpson, just a series ago. And, yeah, let's see if they can make this a ball game here.
They're at their own 44. Good field position to start this offensive set. Pass gets up. Oh, my. Almost intercepted. Tyler Johnson, number 1 of the Knights.
Yeah, Tyler Johnson usually comes up with that. He's going to, beat himself up. But this is challenging. The quarterback, though he's a lefty, it's hard when you run play action. You turn your back to the offensive and defensive line, and then when you turn around, you kind of don't see anything. Oftentimes, just dropping straight back, you get to view the defense. Here, you're unknown. You turn around, you don't really know where everyone is, and they've had some struggles with that kind of play over the last couple series here.
So the Griffins dodge a huge bullet there, and they have a chance here to keep this drive alive. 2nd and 10. 9 and 20 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's the handoff, quick handoff. That was to Simpson. Wes Simpson picks up maybe 4 yards.
Burdick, a great job again.
Yep.
He's unblocked. He's the unblocked defender, and he's just going in there and filling a hole and making a solo tackle. It doesn't seem like a big play, but if he misses that tackle, that running back's gone for, 20, 30 yards. So that's a great job by Burdick. We've named him a couple times today, making a lot of plays on the defense side of the ball for Holy Names.
Griffins obviously in a punt situation. Trying for field position. Oh, that ball bobbled. And breaking away for the Knights. I believe this is
That's Boris Wright again.
Boris Wright, number 3. He's slippery,
Oh,
isn't he?
he's explosive. I've seen some of the most incredible runs by that kid over the last couple of years with Holy Names and with the Essex Ravens. So he's dangerous, but Herman does a good job, covering down there, and we'll see if Holy Names can get some momentum back here with about 8:24 left and the lead.
Still some time for the Griffins, but they have to get the Knights 2-0 here, I think. Hayden under center. Rolls right, or left, I should say. And that pass,
Dangerous
deflected.
throw.
That was dangerous.
Yeah. That's tough. You ask the quarterback, a right-handed quarterback, they roll him to the left. He's got to flip his hips to make that throw. He only had one receiver in the area, Eric Brakovich, and it gets tipped, and that's lucky that's not picked into the house. So, right now, a little surprised with some of the passing going on with a 13-point lead, 11-point lead, but, Holy Names wants to win this football game, and they're going to do everything they can to do that.
As you can see, under 8 minutes to go now in this contest. Screen pass.
Great
Herzog
call. Outstanding blocking.
with some room now, and Herzog taken down from behind, but a nice play there by the Knights for sure.
Actually, what's funny is I seen that play. They ran that play at OFSA last year, and it was a huge play during the course of the game. It was kind of a game they were kind of battling a little bit, and they ran that play to Michael Herzog, and he went for a touchdown, about 40, 50 yards. So that's a good call by Coach Pooley, and gets them their first down and keeps the change moving and the clock running.
Knights now out at their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10, and yes, indeed, the clock now becoming a little bit of a factor for the Griffins. Herzog, I should say, actually, that was, I believe, Pizzuti.
Yep, Pizzuti there carrying the rock, and Braden McDougall making another big hit. Number 44 at his linebacker position. He's been making a lot of plays at that linebacker position today for Herman.
He's played solid game for sure.
This is an important play for Herman on defense if they want to get this ball back with just a little bit over 6 minutes left. They're going to have to get a stop here on 2nd and 8.
Hayden goes right. Oh, my.
Wow.
Wow, that was a pick six right there, Coach.
Oh, that's one of those dangerous plays that you throw it.
Tiaj Holmes had nothing but real estate in front of him. He just forgot to get the ball.
You know what, and that's tough in this situation. It's a freebie. He's probably caught that 1,000 times, and sometimes in these kind of situations they get too excited, and that could come back. That could be a big play. That could have been a pick six, and
that was a pick six. He was gone.
For sure. No one was catching him from there, but they've missed a couple opportunities today. That one in the long throw to Vachon earlier today, and that sometimes is the difference, Tom.
Could be here tonight.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Calhoun, he's hauled down, but there is a flag.
No yards in the air, Dom. Yep. That's 15 yards, and looks like Herman's going to start at about the 45-yard line.
Much needed yardage for the Griffins, as we are now under 6 minutes. And not only are the Knights an opponent for the
no yards
Griffins.
On the punt return. Holy Names, 15-yard penalty. First down.
I'd like to see Herman stay in their spread offense, running the football in that inside zone read. They had some success early on doing that, and allow Briggs just to drop back and see the defense and make the right throws. So we'll see what they come out in here, but they've had some success in that shotgun.
1st and 10, Griffins at their own 46. Briggs under center. Straight drop back. Looks over the middle. And coverage very good again by the Knights. The intended receiver was John Cartier, number 7.
Yeah, they wanted the Herman sideline. Looked like they wanted a pass interference there. There was a little bit of jockeying and fighting, but ball was a little overthrown. I think it's a no good call. A good no call.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think that's anything where the call was warranted. Just a quick note to our viewers, if you want to check out some good OCAA basketball action tomorrow night, the WeTV gang will be out at the St. Clair College Sportsplex. 6 p.m. the women tip-off, 8 p.m. the men tip-off. So more great local sports action right here on WeTV. Hand off to Cartier. Cartier going left, gets a couple of blocks, turns upfield, and I think he's got the yardage.
Yeah,
Maybe
got the
even
first
got
down there.
Yard to spare there. So a much-needed first down for the Green Griffins.
Yeah, that was a big play on 2nd and 10, and got some nice blocks by the offensive line. Some kick-out blocks here. Number 67, number 63, and Cartier, makes number 74 miss, and gets upfield and gets enough yardage to move the chains.
We have an injury on the far side of the field. Our Green Griffin player is down.
Number 20.
That would
Taj
be
Holmes.
Taj Holmes.
Yeah, number 20, who they've been throwing at a little bit. Looks like his foot or ankle. Hopefully he'll be okay and back in the game. And time's going to be a factor here, Dom. At 4:54 left, still two-possession game. Herman's going to start pushing the ball downfield a little bit, try to make some explosive plays in order to get back in this game and an opportunity to win it.
So Holmes being tended to there on the field. Coach Lumley there to check out his player. And it looks like that right foot or ankle area is being favored. See if Holmes can get back into this game. Right now, though, it's a 1st and 10 situation for the Griffins. They are at the Holy Names 53-yard line, down by 11 points in the WECSSAA AAA championship final. Briggs hands off to Cartier. The Knights were ready for that one.
Yeah, they ran the exact same play they ran just the play before, and Holy Names wasn't fooled this time. It's a slow developing play. You're going to ask the offensive line to hold their blocks for a long time. Slow developing. Looks like number 65, got some penetration, Jake Goldman, and forced the running back to slow down, and Holy Names rallied and made the play, and to no gain.
Second and 10 now for the Griffins. Another huge play here. Hayden gets the pass off. A good effort there. I don't know, did it go complete? It is complete. Wes Simpson.
No, did he call it complete?
Nothing has been signaled here yet.
Yeah, I actually thought it was incomplete. Yeah, it's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass,
That's
yep.
what I thought there,
gets...
and now we're forced 3rd down here. And what does Harry do? Looks like Harry wants to punt again here with 4 minutes left. A little surprised at this call. Now it is 3rd and 10, so maybe wants to push the ball downfield here and try to get 2 and out in better field position. But they're running out of time.
Yep, time a huge enemy now of the Green Griffins. Let's see if Briggs actually does punt here. A high snap. He handles it nicely. Pizzuti went down. He was on his knees, so that's why the play's going down.
Yeah, you can't go down on your knees and then get back up. It's just a safety thing and protect the players from getting shots while they're on the ground. So they're going to start there. Looks like at the 17-yard line.
16-yard line. And again, here's now where I agree with you, Coach. Holy Names has more than enough to win this game. 3:46 to go. I know in Canadian football it's a pretty good chunk of time, but they could really take some time off of that clock.
Absolutely. You look at 2 plays here, they're going to get at least 40 seconds off, and you're going to be under 3 minutes. And, Herman's probably going to only have 2 possessions left. They're going to have to score on both those possessions with stops in order to win this football game. So I was a little surprised he punted with under 4 down 2 possessions, but, he's got a plan, and he's been doing this a long time. So see if it works out.
That's Herzog with that carry. He gets a good chunk of yardage there. I would say at least 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, second and looks like it's going to be 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3. This is a big stop for Herman. If Holy Names gets the first down here, we're looking at another 20, 30 to 40 seconds off the clock, and time is the enemy right now for Herman. So they're in their double tight. Holy Names coming out here, and looks like they're going to pound the football and try to get this first down.
Yep. Here's the handoff. Again to Herzog.
Not quite sure if
might
he
be a
got
yard
enough.
short.
Nope. First down here, Dom.
They got it.
Yep. The chains.
Just enough. So a huge first down there for the Knights. Not good news for the Griffins. 3 minutes exactly. The 3-minute warning has been issued. And that's how much time the Holy Name Knights are away from winning their second straight WECSSAA AAA championship. Ball on the Holy Names 28-yard line.
I think we're going to get a full dose of Michael Herzog.
Michael
here the
Herzog.
rest of the way.
You're just reading my mind, Coach.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of Michael Herzog here as long as Holy Names has the ball. As Herzog picks up almost 4 there, so 2nd and 6.
At this point, you got to start looking at calling timeouts on the defense side of the ball and preserve some of this time. Yeah.
2 timeouts each still remaining for both Holy Names and Herman.
I think if Herman gets a stop here, you call a timeout on 3rd down to preserve the 20 seconds on the punt. Well, they're going for it.
Wide open. A nice pass play. Hayden finds Nick Brakovich.
Yeah, nice little pro pass. They're in the double tight set. Teams expecting them to run the football. They just leak them out there. Boom. Little 10 to 15-yard pass. Nick does a great job going up to get it and, moves the chains. That's a nice call. It's a
well-executed play there by the Knights. Calhoun was in on the tackle, but even there, the size differential, the height-wise, Brakovich.
Yeah, Nick's outstanding hands, and he's not the, probably the most explosive player out here, but he's probably one of the best, receivers, in the city, and he made that look easy and moved the chains, and they got a, now with 2 minutes left, I think this is going to be a tough sled for Herman to come back here.
The Knights at their own 54, 1st and 10. A couple of yards picked up there. Or is the ball fumbled? Boy, a lot of extracurricular activity.
Yeah, we got punches being thrown here, unfortunately. Number 20, Holy Names, and it looks like number 3, Massaquoi from Herman.
That's Dominic Loyuk, number 20, letting me down.
Yep. That's probably going to be an ejection for Dominic, number 20. Usually punches thrown lead to ejections, and could be both players gone for the game. And
we have 2 fouls, 1 on each team. Rough play, white. Rough play, blue. Both players are ejected.
So
ultimately, no yardage is gained off the play, but unfortunately, they both lose 2 players.
Yep. 1:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. Officials getting things sorted out here before we resume play. Oh, Hayden's wrapped up. A huge defensive play there. That time, Kane Dorado.
Yeah, good job by Kane to, not get fooled by the misdirection. Again, not surprised Holy Name's just not running leads and dives to Michael Herzog, but they're forced to punt here with 1:46 left. Looks like Herman used their timeout here to preserve some clock.
Again, we want to give a shout out to the LeSoir Eagles, winning the AA championship earlier this afternoon here on WeTV. They defeat the Kennedy Clippers 29-16. Coach Mark Dupuy and his staff doing another outstanding job all season long. Also give a shout out to the Clippers, though, representing themselves very well, playing very well under Coach Jimmy McDougall. A fine season for the Clippers. That was an entertaining game earlier on this afternoon. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, there were physical football, not a lot of throwing, but both big hits. We had some big runs and some plays on special teams and things like that. And again, both teams played exceptionally well, considering the weather was a little worse earlier in the day.
The field was in a little bit sloppier shape. A lot of slush on the field at that point. Most of it has melted down now for this championship game between the Griffins and the Knights.
Well, we're going to need a big play here. They look like they got number 11, Vashon, back there now returning some kicks. Hopefully looking for a big play.
That punked, shanked.
Yeah, not a very good one. Herman's going to get outstanding field position.
They really are.
Yard line. Herman's going to have to score quickly here. I think no timeouts left. Actually, they have one timeout.
Yep.
They're going to have to score here quickly in order to have an opportunity here to win this game.
They'll start at their own 50, so decent field position. But, yes, their biggest enemy now is the clock with 1:41 remaining. One timeout for Coach Harry Lumley. I think the offense in the last couple of series anyways has looked better. See if they can make something happen here.
They don't have no one on the line of scrimmage here. It's going to be a penalty.
Flag goes down.
That's coming back, Dom.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they're in a rush, and the Herman receiver doesn't go on the line of scrimmage, and they don't have enough players there, and that's going to come back. That's too bad because they had a good completion all the way
nice
down to the
there.
40. You have to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage in order to be eligible, and they only had 6, so that's an illegal procedure and a 5-yard penalty.
Procedure. Herman. No end. Repeat one.
So the 5 yards is marked off. 1st and 15 now for the Griffins.
Despite the 5-yard penalty, you lost 14 seconds on the clock for a play that didn't exist. And
this pass, oh my. When you thought it was going to be picked off, it had a chance to go for 6.
yeah, it got tipped up in the air, and Herman player was there and couldn't make the play. There's a lot of confusion down here by the 2 Herman receivers. I thought that play there, they didn't have anyone on the line as well, but they didn't get the penalty. But someone's forgetting to go on the line of scrimmage before every play.
.128 remaining. And Holy Names will celebrate their 2nd WECSSAA AAA championship. This game not as quick as the first game, Coach DeMore.
No, a little slower, a lot of passing.
A lot of passing,
That's
and there's been some extracurricular activity too. I think that's taken a little bit of time. 2 very passionate football teams. My, oh my, the Knights are just feeling it now, Coach.
Yeah, just, they're trying to roll out. The challenge with rolling out is you're just eliminating half the field. Your quarterback's limited to just, 2 or 3 receivers, and they try to roll, and if no one's open, they get pressure. They bring a late blitz. Looks like number 32, we've said multiple times today, Caden Burdick they bring pressure. And it looks like he might be the guy down right now.
Yeah,
Is it?
Caden Burdick is on the field after making the tackle. .121 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Did we have a flag on the play there?
No, I don't believe so. I think it was just a negative play. I believe Herman's going to obviously have to go for this on 3rd and 15. Oh, yes, it was. You're right, Dom. There was a penalty, but it was declined. So this is it, Dom. This is final opportunity for Herman here.
I think that's a fair assumption, Coach DeMora, as 121 remains on the clock.
Down 2 scores.
3rd and 19, too, for the Griffins. A tough task. Briggs rolls to his right, but he throws left.
Yeah, another rollout, and Holy Name's just pressuring from that edge, and that's going to be it. I think Holy Name's going to look at being 2-time WECSSAA AAA champs.
Briggs trying to make something happen, but too many blue jerseys around.
And on 3rd and 19, that's a lot to ask.
Holy Names takes over the ball on downs. You can hear some of the fans there sensing another championship. Just over a minute to go in this one. Herzog takes the handoff, picks up a couple of yards. I don't think the rain has ever stopped.
No, I didn't notice really much of the rain, through here. But if you look in the end zones,
a little bit of a shower going.
Yeah, there's been a shower for majority of the game here right now, but it hasn't affected Holy Names too much. Been able to throw the ball early in the game, especially to Theo Johnson. Made some big plays and got some good returns from some of their guys to great field position. And they earned their win today. They did what they had to do.
Herzog trying to chew up some more of the clock.
You know what? A simple thing like that maybe people didn't notice, but Michael Herzog could have ran out of bounds. He stopped, he cut back in so that the clock continued to run. And that's just a good football player that understands where he's at and the situation that he's in. And it looks like they're going to kneel here and take their 2nd straight championship. And kudos to both teams. They fought, and good for Holy Names to losing in the regular season game and coming back and winning this game. So that's it.
Yep, there it is. The flag is waved, and Holy Names are the 2018 WECSSAA AAA football champions. Congratulations to Robbie McIntyre and his staff. They defeat the Herman Green Griffins 17-6. Also a shout out to head coach Harry Lumley of the Herman Green Griffins, another outstanding campaign. The bar is set so high for these two teams. Unless you win a championship, they don't think it's a successful season.
Yeah, and as a coach, that's kind of where you want to be as a program. You want to be where if you're not winning championships, you're disappointed. And both these teams for the last 12 years now have been battling, and Herman had a long period of dominating, and Holy Names looks like they're starting to, grow their own little tradition of winning, and that's 2 straight now. And good luck to them next week, whether it's in Sarnia or in Chatham.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will take in the plaque presentation, and we'll get Coach DeMora's final thoughts about the entire season. Actually, Coach DeMora obviously follows it very closely and give us a sense of, I guess, the state of football in our area. That's the final. We'll be right back after these messages.
Windsor started a tradition way back of giving us great barbecue north of the border, and you can taste that tradition when you come to Tommy's Barbecue. Dive into Tommy's rotisserie-style ribs and chicken, along with the crinkle-cut fries, coleslaw, and the original hot and sweet sauces. Plus all those amazing desserts like Black Forest cake and strawberry cheesecake. Taste the tradition and so much more at Tommy's Barbecue, 999 Erie Street East. See you there, Windsor.
We are resilient, often knocked down, but never backing down. You can spend your whole life on the outside looking in, or you can live it on the inside. Because that's where your passion lives. The drive to push beyond the naysayers, to find the fire that ignites your toughness. Because the truth is, winning always comes when you start from within.
Hi everybody, this is Tina Brigley, host of In and Out of Your Mind with Tina Brigley on WeTV. Join me and my guests while we explore ways to get out of your mind and into your life. Join us each and every week for a new show. Come see me here on WeTV.
Scenario here at the Alumni Field at the University of Windsor. The Senior Boys AAA Championship crown has been claimed by the Holy Names Knights. Their second straight WECSSAA title. They defeat the Herman Green Griffins 17-6. Dominic Papa along with Coach Joe Demore bringing the action here tonight. We're just awaiting the trophy presentation, and then Coach Demore, you can tell us. Well, we're going to get down to field level with Badiquas.
I'm going to try not to yell too loud because I guess I got this mic here in front of me. First and foremost, congratulations to both teams. This proves why the WECSSAA League is the best league in the entire province. Congratulations to both teams. If I can ask a captain from the Herman team, please, to step forward. And I'd just like to present you with the medallions for finishing second in the WECSSAA AAA Championship. And trust me when I say this, you're provincial runner-ups because this area is that strong. Congratulations. Before I move on to the winning team, can I please have everyone, big round of applause to the entire coaching staffs of both teams. Without the coaches, teams will not be where they are, and these are two of the best, well-coached teams in all the province. Congratulations, coaches. And now to present the AAA Championship, can I have the captains from Holy Names please step forward? First thing, I would like to pass the medallions over to the captains. And to another captain, we will give the plaque that will remain at the school. And of course, back-to-back champions of the AAA, the Holy Name Knights. You got her.
Always fun to watch that stuff, Coach Demore, and that's what you do. You work for that. You know, you work to hoist the trophy, and you do it as a team. And I loved what convener Badiquas said there about the league. I agree with him. I think this is an outstanding football conference here, the WECSSAA conference. Always, you know, with Harry Lumley and the Griffins, you got Robbie McIntyre doing his thing with his program. But, you know, it seems as though every year a team from this area goes pretty deep, and that speaks volumes of the coaching that's here.
Oh, for sure. I think in the city of Windsor, obviously, we need more players, we need more coaches out there, but there's a lot of programs out here with outstanding, coaches and working extremely hard and developing players every day. It's not just, as a university football coach and recruiting, we're not just going to one school. These two schools have a ton of talent, but every school in Windsor and Essex County, they got 2 or 3 guys that are going to play next level, and that's a testament to the coaches and their development. We need more kids playing. We need more kids out there playing, and it's scary a little bit about the high school football in the area and teams folding this year and stuff like that. But I think we need to start getting a lot of the players that I've coached and coached at and played at the university level to start giving back to their high schools and coming out here and giving their time and developing players, because I think when it starts with coaches, you have talented and experienced coaches, kids are going to want to play. And if we can continue to build that, high school football in this area is going to continue to be as dominant as they've been.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there, Coach. Guys that played, we always encourage that with the Westby Awards. One of the messages we always put out in the Westby Awards is give back. When your playing careers are done, give back. There were people that were giving for you. Keep that going. And again, I talk about this area sports-wise. I think it's the best area in all of Canada. And I've traveled to Canada. I've watched other sports programs and teams. And I always say, boy, we're lucky here in Windsor because we got some great sports people. And we've got great facilities. And we just need to keep growing, keep those things growing, keep them going forward. And, tonight you look at this game, you look at the game earlier, it's just a joy to watch these athletes perform. So got to encourage the kids to get out and play, got to encourage the coaches. And, this is what it's all about, though. It brings everybody together for a special night of football. So the Knights taking the team photo, they'll celebrate, and then they'll get ready for the WECSSAA Championship next week. That'll be either in Sarnia or Chatham. So we want to wish them luck. Again, we want to congratulate the Herman Green Griffins. And Coach DeMore, can't say enough about your input for our broadcast here this evening and earlier today. Bring great knowledge to it, and certainly we're so appreciative of that. Brings our broadcast up to another level. So can't thank you enough for giving us some of your time here.
Well, I appreciate you having me. I love doing this. It's a nice little break from the coaching and the recruiting and things like that. And congratulations to Herman for such an unbelievable run in the WECSSAA Championship, and they'll be back here next year competing again. And kudos to Holy Names for defending their title, and hopefully they have great success in a couple weeks at the OFSA level.
All right, that's the story here from Alumni Field. We're going to sign off and call it a night. Congratulations to everybody. I want to thank the WeTV crew led by Darren DiCarlo here this evening, and all the guys working behind the scenes. Without them, this is not possible for us to be doing and enjoying. So a big shout out to the WeTV gang for an outstanding performance here tonight. Thank you for your hard work and participation. The Holy Name Knights are the WECSSAA AAA High School Football Champions for 2018. On behalf of Coach Joe DeMore and the entire crew here at WeTV, this is Dominic Papa wishing you a great night. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.